What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Two Guys Rambling. We're back in the beautiful studio.
Yeah, not
the original
Mar-a-Lago.
studio. The best studio in the... Oh, sorry, we've been spending too much time with Trump, man. Too much time over there, man. In Mar-a-Lago on our last vacation. It's nice weather, Javi.
Yeah.
Right?
Very nice.
Of course, you got myself, Matt, here, Javi, and we've got another little special guest behind the camera. Hasn't been here in a little while.
Long while.
How does it feel being back in here, Sean?
Very nostalgic.
Yeah?
Very nostalgic.
So good we've been back in here again?
Glad to be in here. Glad to be in here.
We're happy to have you back. We missed you. We talk about you a lot on the podcast whenever you're not here because we have nobody to yell at. And we need that back in our lives, Sean. We need somebody to yell at, okay?
And blame for all the problems.
Yeah, it's just not the same when
the
we don't
black
have
sheep.
you, okay? Yeah, we need somebody to yell at. That's it. So today's episode, before you click away, is going to be fantastic. We're going through four bourbons. We've got a Scotch, Javi's favorite, absolute favorite. Love Scotch so much. We're going to go... I mean, this is a video where you're going to see some fucking schmucks try some bourbons and tell you what they think about them, what they don't think about them.
Obviously you've tried these because they're...
Yeah, they've been drank a little bit. But we're going to give you what we think about them, a little bit about the bourbons themselves, and then go on from there. But, I mean, you're talking about guys that we have no stake in this game at all.
No, we don't.
In any sort of way. So we're going to be able to tell you if it's shit or if don't buy it, man. There's just some things you should just not buy.
Yep.
That's just the way it is. But I think really...
Like Traveler? Whiskey?
I don't mind it.
I hate it. As maybe a mixer? Okay.
We should bring that one in here and make Javi try it again. Maybe.
Okay.
So to the episode and see if we get Javi to try Traveler at the end. That's how we're gonna bait people. Just put Javi through hell. We're gonna see what we're gonna see what happens to Javi, and we're gonna bring him back in.
Next, you're gonna be eating tuna popsicles.
Oh.
So we're gonna go over some tasty notes. As always, we're gonna smoke our cigars. And while we do this, we've got some Cokes over here just to get a little bit of something else in between. Javi said we're gonna do some light pours, but I get one veto per year, and I use my veto now. We're not doing light pours. We're gonna pour a little bit more in there, but we're gonna talk about these bourbons, get into them a little bit, smoke the cigars, but make sure before we go do all that, you go down to the little bottom. Okay, there's a subscribe button down there. You click that little subscribe button, then you hit the bell so that way you know when we post our videos, and then you go follow us and everything else. You know why? Because all the cool guys are doing it. Okay, all the cool kids are doing it, and you should do it too. That sounds fair, right?
Yes.
Right, Sean?
Yeah.
Aren't all the cool kids doing it in school? You know. See, so there you go. So let's make sure that we get all the subscribers in there. We're trying to grow our base, and we're trying to do cool and fun things all the time. As you can see, we got our wireless mics on that we used for the Jeremy podcast first. And Jeremy was awesome, dude.
He was. Love Jeremy.
Was awesome.
He's
Miss
the best.
Jeremy. We may have a little Cohiba video coming out too later on, so keep a search out for that.
Yeah, we got to make sure everything goes okay.
Yeah. Well, let's get into our Cut and Our Light. The way we start every episode, and our Cut and Our Light is brought to you by Club Humidor of San Antonio. The best guys to get your cigars.
Not any of those other cigar shops,
No,
all right?
none of them. None of them.
And not other
You know
ones
why?
that cause other cigar shops to close, all right?
Yeah. What other cigar shop can you go to that doesn't have Joe lick all the cigars before they come in?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody wants
Sniff
that.
them too.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Joe takes them home and sleeps with them all every night. Every night.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he does. All the cigars are so that way you know when you get a cigar, it's slept with Joe too. So make sure you go down to Club Humidor, see our guys there. They've got beautiful shops here in San Antonio. All the best shit you can find in the cigar world.
And they
is gonna
actually
be there.
smoke cigars while working.
And they
so they know what's good and what's not.
See, that's
Unlike
a big
other
thing.
shops who don't smoke while they work.
We're not going to name any names though. But you know who you are. But
Because we can't.
they've got 3 locations. They've got 3 locations in San Antonio.
Thousand Oaks.
They've got at San Pedro and Evener. He beat me to it this time. Finally catching on. It's only been 40 episodes or whatever we're at. I don't know how many episodes I really don't know. I just threw a number out. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Dude, for our 50th, we have to do something crazy.
Yeah, Javi will jump off my house and land into a kiddie pool. So make sure you subscribe and like
Okay.
before we get into that.
I don't got health insurance from my employer right now, but...
All right, so let's do our Cut and Our Light. Javi, what are you smoking today?
Okay, so if we fix the issues on the Cohiba episode...
Yep.
We talked with Sean Williams about the cigar. So the Cohiba Weller, all right? This is probably going to be the first time you guys see me smoke a Cohiba on the podcast. So I'm going to smoke it. I will let you guys know what I think about it. I'm going to be 100% honest. I mean, we had him on. We interviewed him. Good guy. Awesome guy. But you know us on here, we don't blow smoke up your ass, all right?
Make sure that's on 2.
We're not gonna blow smoke up your ass, all right? So if it's bad, I'll tell you. If it's not, I'll tell you. And I brought it out because during the event, they were selling this one and giving pours of what's Weller Special Reserve, right?
Yeah,
Weller Special Reserve. But we're gonna get into that and also what we think about the prices of some of these bottles.
Yeah.
And how the bourbon market is kind of stupid.
I'm smoking the Room 101 11th anniversary. And this thing is like sought after, dude. People like will do ungodly things to other men. Men will do ungodly things to other men.
Yes.
And I will do ungodly things to other men to get more of these. So if you guys know anybody, give them a call. Our email's down at the bottom. No. Dude, I'm just such a fucking Room 101 slut. I love Matt Booth. I love the cigars. I just fucking love it all. I love it all. Right, Sean?
Yeah.
You know what's terrible for me to say?
What?
This was the only Cohiba in my collection.
That's crazy.
How many do you have?
I don't think I have any Cohibas either. I don't think I've ever really smoked Cohibas.
Neither have I.
I maybe had a red
First puff.
back in the day. We're all waiting on bated breath, Javi.
Draw is very loose.
I want to try it. This is what me and Javi do. When the camera's not rolling, you should really see how we do this. I can kind of get the Weller taste in the back.
I do,
but it's very faint.
And it's very, like, you know how you're immediately getting that flavors to the front?
Yeah.
This is more like muted in the back
I
flavors.
can see that. We'll get more into it at the end, though.
Yeah.
The first thing that we have, and I haven't even opened this fucking bottle yet, and I accidentally bought it. I'm not going to lie to you. I accidentally bought it. I saw it was $40. So give me the $40 one. Didn't realize it was a jumbo one. Damn. Yeah, it's...
You know how I accidentally got mine?
1.75.
Total Wine, and you're like, hey, bro, they got it. And then the guy went to the back and was like,
yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then the old man, I was there at what? As soon as you guys opened?
Yeah, as soon as we opened. But and that's one of the things that I like about Total Wine. If you can get the bottles that
MSRP.
I love Total Wine. I love everything about Total Wine. I love the way they run things. I know there's like a lot of crap with how they do the lottery and all that stuff, but I think when you can go in and you can get a bottle like this for $45,
yes, it's crazy.
Is ridiculous.
If you pay secondary market for that, the secondary market for that bottle is not worth it.
Yeah, it's not. So my allergies are acting up. That's why I just wiped my whatever. We're not talking about that. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about bourbon today. And this is probably going to get rid of my fucking allergies, actually, now that I think about it. So we're going to start with the Weller.
You all right?
I'm choking over here. Weller Special Reserve. I don't know what's going on with me today, dude. I'm in a stroke right now. Let's see. Oh, maybe I did open it. How did I open this?
That definitely sounded like you opened it.
Maybe I just opened it and didn't try it. I don't know what the hell I did. Here, let me see your glass.
May Allah bless.
Oh, he's pouring for him.
Well, yeah, because I know Javi.
Why y'all pour? Y'all want to talk about it?
Just kidding.
Fuck!
Oh, God.
Just a little bit. We gotta be able to get
Javi,
into it.
That really wasn't them.
It's not that much.
Yeah, but when you look at the table, we got 5 bottles like this.
Javi, you're taking it like a sip.
No, what do you mean a sip?
So this is the Weller, the Special Reserve. A lot of people say they get the vanilla, the caramel, the honey, the hint of oak, which makes sense because it's aged in a fucking barrel. Obviously made by the Buffalo Trace Factory in Kentucky, known as the original wheated bourbon. Huh? They say affordable alternative to Pappy Van Winkle.
I don't think this is on par with Pappy.
Well, I think you can look this up, Sean. And I have ChatGPT open in the other screen over there. I looked this up, but I think Weller Reserve is just young Pappy Van Winkle.
What?
I think so. I don't know. But stay tuned right after this commercial. I'm just kidding. We don't have fucking commercials. I don't got fucking commercials. I wish.
Right, here we
Anyone
go.
else sponsor us? Let us know. Weller? Let's see. You want 2 fucking schmucks to do this for you? Let's do it. Weller is not exactly young Pappy Van Winkle, but they do share significant connections. Both Weller and Pappy Van Winkle are produced by the Buffalo Trace Distillery and are made in similar wheated bourbon mash bills. That sounds like it's young Pappy.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
What it sounds like. It sounds like they're trying to tell you it's not young, but it's a little young. You okay? You all right?
Oh. No? No, it's not it.
I like this one.
But yours is a little... Did you notice the one at Club tasted different than that?
No.
2 different flavors.
It's the Weller conspiracy.
Here, take a sip and take a puff.
The Pappy Van Winkle effect.
Obviously I could really taste it.
Yeah.
And almost like enhanced it. And he said, when we talked to Sean was like, you have to pair them together.
I did not say that.
Oh, sorry, Sean. Not you, the cool Sean. Sean said you really should pair them together. Like, they go together perfect. And of course he said the Eller. The Weller 12-year is the one to pair.
Did the cigar make it worse or better?
It kind of like
It almost amplified it. Because you get both, they're the same thing, right?
They're supposed to be.
Yeah, it's not infused. I got in trouble from Sean for saying that it was an infused
No, I knew
cigar.
you weren't trying to say that. I think he just... You meant another word, and he was like...
Because the flavor is infused
with the
into,
the barrels.
You know what I mean? Into the leaves. I don't know, I'm still trying to debate Sean. He's not even here anymore. Whatever. I like Weller Special Reserve. I like it. I definitely get the vanilla. I definitely
It's
get
very
the
forward.
oakiness.
Yeah.
The vanilla is very forward. Like, you can taste it up front and personal, which is how I like to be. And so is you okay with it?
I don't think I like mixing them.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like the bourbon and the cigars, or just the fact the Weller and Weller?
All right. Emergency.
For real?
No.
I was like, oh my god. I was like, Jesus Christ, is that bad?
How to make
Is
sure
that
they never come on the podcast again?
No, for real. Sean would be like, fuck these motherfuckers. No, I like the Weller. I definitely get the flavor profile that they're saying in there, the vanilla. I don't really get the caramel too much, I don't think.
But this isn't a bottle I'd say to seek out.
I wouldn't like people standing in line for fucking hours.
Like, this is not a lower shelf bourbon, but
okay.
it is. Hey, you know what they had at the event underneath the table?
What?
Weller 12-year.
God, and he told me too. I'm not gonna say who told me, but he told me, he said, when you want something else, I got something better. Like, give me a little bit. And I had to leave because I had the other thing I had to go to.
Well, I wasn't told that, so it must be nice.
No. Do the zoom in effect. Right. Like the old cartoon where they look at the camera disappointed.
Bro, we're having that one next. William LaRue Weller, because he made Weller. Weller Special Reserve is named after William LaRue Weller, a 19th century distiller who's credited with pioneering the use of wheat instead of rye and bourbon. I do not like rye bourbons. Maybe we'll have an episode where we force me to drink them.
I don't like rye bourbons either.
This made the bourbon smoother and softer on the palate
section
compared to traditional rye-based bourbons. So the brand originated in 1935. The distillery was founded in 1935 by Julian Pappy Van Winkle Sr., who is also a strong advocate for wheated bourbons. And then it goes into Buffalo Trace and modern production. But I'm surprised we don't have a Buffalo Trace bottle up here. I would just to show one, not to drink it, because everybody knows.
Yeah, we can bring it in. When we get somewhere at some point, we'll bring in another bottle. What I think too with the Weller Reserve is that you want a good like Maduro cigar with it. I think it's probably what's going to pair best with it, because it's a very sweet. You got that vanilla in the background kind of flavors, and I think that's what's really, really going to help you out with the. So confused going on. Scared, guys. I think that's really what's going to help you kind of balance out everything with the cigars. With the cigars and the I think the stronger Maduro, when you get that coffee and kind of flavor that you get with the cigar, that vanilla that's in here is going to hook it up a lot better.
Such a weird flavor profile.
Well, we don't smoke any
Cohibas?
No, we don't smoke any like flavored cigar kind of things. You know what I mean? Like, we don't smoke any kind of coffee cigars or vanilla cigars or anything. You know what I mean? That's just not. We just never.
It's very muted, the flavor.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's interesting. I'm not saying it from being angry. I may have the presence that I look like I'm angry right now, but I'm not.
It's because you're scared.
Yes,
it's okay.
When I get scared, I get angry.
It actually says here that it's called a poor man's pappy. Some bourbon enthusiasts have dubbed Weller's Special Reserve as poor man's pappy because it has similar flavor profiles at a fraction of the cost.
I don't see that.
I feel like that's cope.
Yeah.
That's like a dude rep for a cigar company, not going to say, telling me, Rocky Patel, just like Davidoff, for a fraction of the price. Like, bro, just tell me you can't buy Davidoff.
That's
like,
crazy.
You've had Pappy.
Yeah.
I've had Pappy.
Pappy 25 year.
I've only had, I think...
The 10?
No,
12?
the 15?
Oh, 15. I think it's 10, 15, 25 maybe?
Yeah, I think I've only had 15.
I had 25.
Double check, Sean. What years does Pappy bottles...
You can do the ChatGPT still. Still do it for you. You can do it in everything in ChatGPT now.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I get my porn from.
Oh.
I imagine, right? It's just descriptions. That's all it is.
And then I'm gonna...
Yeah. I had 25 here in Vegas.
Argus, what year
21st.
how much was it?
$2.12 an ounce or something like that is what it was? Back in the good old days.
Yeah,
baby.
now it's like, give me 500. Give me MSRP. For
No,
that.
what age variations of Pappy are there? So they've got a 15-year, 20-year, and 23. That's what I have.
I've had the
I
15.
23.
I've had the 15 numerous times. Because
Yeah.
it's not that... The 15, I think, when I was at that place was like 40 a pour.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, yeah, I'll pay that.
You know that you can get Pappy through Total Wine for MSRP?
Yeah, that's the best MSRP for...
But you have to get in the lotto and all that stuff.
Honestly, never pay secondary market for shit.
I couldn't do secondary. I can maybe do like 10%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think I could do that, but I don't think... Huh?
You think it's
Yeah, no kidding. I don't think I could do, I could do a small percentage. I get people need to make money and want to make their money and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I hate when liquor stores, like mom and pops, fucking rob you.
Yeah.
Like there's a place
insane.
by my house, all day, every day you can get Smoke Wagon.
Well, fucking blends for $200?
Yeah, fuck off.
Out of your mind.
Right now,
Out of your mind.
I'm lucky to get it for $100. Okay, you're going to be like, 100, that's even hot. Yes, but that's because of shipping costs, because I ordered it by the case, which is $6. So it's $100 because of shipping costs. Bless you. I get them from, honestly, California has a lot, and if you out there, you frequent Corpus, I'm not going to say where my hidden gem is, but if you go into liquor stores in Corpus, you're going to find, if you're looking for Buffalo Trace.
Now, if you look hard enough, you'll find it.
Yes, if you're looking for Buffalo Trace, you'll find it. You can find Blands for MSRP. You can find E.H. Taylor, small batch for MSRP. I found a lot of bottles of those. You can find Eagle Rare for MSRP.
Okay.
Eagle Rare is probably my favorite bourbon.
Eagle Rare? I like Eagle Rare a lot.
That I have, thanks to you, I have the 1.75.
Yeah.
And then I have 3 of the regular 750s.
Jesus
this one's
Christ.
number 4.
Good Lord. All right, ready to get into this one?
Yeah.
This is Eagle Rare, aged 10 year. Also from the Buffalo Trace Distillery.
Honestly, Buffalo Trace puts out good shit.
Well, I mean, think about how long they've been
Yeah,
around.
it's like they cornered the market.
Sazerac owns them, right? Probably gonna get shit because we're putting them in the same cups, but this is our podcast.
Yeah, that's
so
what
fuck off.
that's what I was thinking. Right.
You want to pour it out or something? You want to? I don't even know. Do you really want to do that?
Huh?
Rinse out the cups or something?
Fuck
I don't care.
Same distillery, right? Just give me a right there.
This is our podcast, huh? Start your own podcast. Then you can worry about your pours.
Yeah. Fucking Bruzel's gonna come in here. What the fuck are you doing? I love Bruzel. If you want a good bourbon hunting YouTube channel, look up Bruzel.
Anytime I get some on my hand, have you seen that where they like get it hot?
Yeah. They
smell it? Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah. Something I picked up.
Getting apricots.
Working at Total Wine. Actually,
Kidding.
a lot of caramel and vanilla. Actually, that's what I get a lot in there. Toffee. Oh yeah, toffee. That hits off
never
the
had
fucking
toffee.
nose. That hits. Try that. That tastes like fucking toffee.
Have you not
Talk
had
about
it
this
before,
one,
Javi?
Javi.
Ever had this or toffee?
No, that.
Yeah, I've had it. That's my bottle.
Oh.
So Eagle Rare. It's an aged bourbon, of course, 10 years on the bottle. So the tasting notes are toffee, orange peel, leather, oak, and the origin is, of course, the Buffalo Trace Distillery. Did you just shoot that? Oh, okay. It was launched in 1975. Originally, it was a 10-year single barrel bourbon, but it was highly regarded among enthusiasts.
As the poor man's Pappy. All of them.
Right,
Anything from Buffalo Trace? Poor man's
honestly,
Pappy.
Eagle Rare, I would say it's worth looking for, but I would never pay over $70 for it. Never over $70. And there's a cool app called the Booze app, and it'll tell you what MSRP is on bottles. That's what I like to use
I think that's part of what makes these bottles so good. That all these bottles are fairly good priced, except this one.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen out there, I forgot how much MSRP was for a bottle of Eagle Rare. $32.
How much did you say then?
The most I'll spend is $70.
$70, Javi?
Because that's...
Oh my god.
You're going to pay secondary for Eagle Rare in Texas.
I want to be rich like you one day.
Bro.
One day.
You have Eagle Rare bottles.
I bought them at MSRP at fucking Total Wine.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Getting your local Total Wine. We're definitely not trying to get sponsored by Total Wine.
You know how much Blanton's is?
MSRP? How much?
$56.
Yeah. And if you go to Total Wine, you win the lotto, $69.99.
So, bro, this is why Weller Special Reserve, bro, I was like, you do not spend over fucking $40 for this thing. Because MSRP is $25.
Damn. For which one?
Weller Special Reserve.
Damn.
25.
25.
12 year?
Ridiculous.
Bro. No, Full Proof? $50. Weller Full Proof? Guess how much secondary market is?
Oh, God.
200.
Yep.
What proof is that?
Which one? This one?
The Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare, I think 80. No, 90. 90 proof.
They have 101 proof.
Yeah, 90 proof, 90 proof. 90 proof?
No, that's 118.
Oh, yeah, because that's a cask strength, right?
Yeah.
Cask strength, 124.9?
Yes. And I think we should do what Bruzo does.
124.2.
He buys a dropper to drop a little bit of water.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I was a pussy. It's terrible.
They have a 101 proof 10-year-old.
The Eagle Rare?
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Yeah, should look for that.
The ownership and production is important, I think, of these two right here. Because they're owned by an even bigger company called Sazerac. Sazerac acquired the company in 1989. They acquired Eagle Rare brand from Seagram. I didn't even know that. I didn't know they were owned by Seagram. That's crazy.
Seagram 7? 7 on 7?
Yeah.
Seagram 7 with 7 on?
Yep.
The poor man's with a mixed drink.
This acquisition marked the beginning of Eagle Rare's association with the Buffalo Trace Distillery, one of the most respected bourbon distilleries in the world, obviously, right? And then it goes into Buffalo Trace, and under the Sazerac ownership, Eagle Rare began being produced at the Buffalo Trace Distillery in Frankfort, Kentucky. Buffalo Trace has a long history dating back to the 1700s and is known for producing some of the most acclaimed bourbons in the industry. And so is Sazerac. Sazerac just puts out so much shit. What happened? Sazerac just puts out so much stuff, man, under different labels. And if anybody shops at Total Wine, oh God, all I remember it is the horsey. What's it called? Sean, look up Total Wine bourbons. And I can't remember what this fucking bourbon is. I sell the shit out of it. No, not McFarland. Chestnut Farms. God, how could I forget that, dude?
Is it good?
It's a good bourbon. It's a really good bourbon. Total Wine just pushes the shit out of it.
Why?
It's one of their, it's not an in-house brand. Total Wine, and that's what gets mixed up with Total Wine a lot. That they say there's an in-house brand. There's no in-house brand. Total Wine doesn't own any distillery, right? Sazerac
are
actually
one of the
makes,
biggest carriers of it then?
Well, Sazerac makes Chestnut Farms. Sazerac owns Buffalo Trace, right? But they put out so much different stuff. And so there's a lot of theories behind it and all that stuff that
you know
Chestnut
what's crazy
Farms
to me?
is very close to.
Some of these distillers don't smoke cigars.
That's crazy to me because you think of bourbon and whiskey, and it's just Barton's 1792 distillery, but that's another it's another really good bourbon for the price.
Yeah,
dude,
Chestnut Farms sold primarily through retailers such as
Total Wine. Yeah, put up the difference between bottle and bond and regular.
Because bottle and bond,
put different. What are the different types of bourbons? Bottle and bond is really a throwback. It's not even really used anymore. But what it was used for after Prohibition, because during Prohibition, people were just throwing all kinds of shit in the bourbon, right? So generally what bottle and bond means that it has to be 100 proof. You have to make sure that it reaches certain regulations. That are all put under the government.
That's
right?
why it's like
so,
government mandated.
Yeah. Bottle and bond. The definition is bourbon that adheres to Bottle and Bond Act of 1897, meaning it must be the product of one distillation season from one distiller, aged at least 4 years in a federally bonded warehouse, and bottled at exactly 100 proof. So that's the biggest thing to take away from whatever, bottle and bond. You hear bottle and bond. It means that everything's regulated. Where it's made, how it's made, the ingredients that is made, everything.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, is that all bourbon now is regulated in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So they all have to reach a certain amount
of alcohol, right?
Not only that, but wheat, rye, and there's certain standards that they have to hold with that with regular bourbon. And so maybe we can go through a couple of these, but there's just so many of them. You want to go to the small batch one?
Hold on. Script got flipped.
Where'd I go?
Right there. Small batch bourbons are bourbons that are produced by blending a small number of select barrels, usually from a limited batch, to create a consistent flavor profile. Such as like 1792. Most of the time it's going to say small batch on it. 1792 small batch, Knob Creek, and Basil Hayden. And there's also like single barrel bourbons, which are bourbons that are bottled from a single barrel without mixing with any other barrels.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll get that the master distiller will blend different barrels.
Yeah.
And so that's where you get obviously a single barrel, right? Everything's one barrel. So the kind of cool thing about that is that if you're getting ones that are from the top shelf in the barn house or whatever, and there's more heat up there, it might taste different than the ones that are in the lower racks because it's cooler and those kind of things.
Because you know the
into
Bland's bottles that I have, they all say exactly where they are. Yeah. And then you can go to Buffalo Trace's website and look at exactly where they were.
They're starting to do that with cigars now. I don't know if you know that or not. They're starting to do it to where you can actually look up and they'll show you the exact roller and everything that did your cigars.
Oh, this motherfucker, right?
Yeah, right? I fucking hate cigars that rolled by this guy. No, but, I mean, Sazerac, Buffalo Trace, what more to say, right? Everybody loves them. There's a reason why everybody loves them. You go and you crack open a bottle, you know what it's going to taste like, you know it's going to be good. You know you're going to enjoy it, but you know it's going to be good. You know it's going to be good. You know you're going to like it. And, I mean, what else is there to say about, Sazerac, right? And Buffalo Trace, but get your ass to Total Wine and go try them. You'd think we're sponsored by these fools. So take a gander, Total Wine. Where are you going? Are we going to Still Austin next?
I thought we're doing, because Still Austin's very 118. I thought we were going to do Scotch and then Still Austin.
Nah, let's go Still Austin.
Okay.
Let's go Still Austin.
Which one's the strongest? Larceny?
Larceny is strong. That's right. That one's waiting in the
so
now we've got my favorite Texas bourbon brand.
Yes.
I like Garrison
I agree.
Brothers. Hobby doesn't like
Garrison
Garrison
Brothers. Tastes like freaking pecan.
Not only are the guys at Still Austin fucking amazing and great people to be around and awesome guys to talk to. Every time they came in, they were awesome. And so were the guys from Garrison Brothers. Don't get me wrong. The guys from Garrison Brothers are awesome. I really do like a lot of stuff they put out.
I have a question. Why is Garrison Brothers way more expensive than Still Austin?
I mean, that goes back to manufacturers, right? I mean, whatever they feel that they need to.
Because my thing is their bourbon aged longer? Because I barely started hearing about it.
These are things that you can look up, Sean. I want to say that Garrison Brothers has been around longer than Still Austin has, because Still Austin hasn't been around that long. And I want to say that they're aged.
Kicking fucking ass.
Oh, dude, they're amazing. They're amazing. They do all these one-offs that are fucking cool. The blue corn one, I don't know if you ever got to try that. But they have a blue corn bourbon that they came out with that, dude, had this like beautiful, like sweet kind of note in the background. I normally don't like in my bourbons, but it was like this really nice, sweet kind of almost like succulent kind of flavor.
See, for me, I really did not like TX whiskey or TX bourbon.
It's too sweet.
It is. It tastes like pecans.
Yeah.
I didn't really like Garrison Brothers, the not the most expensive.
Not the Balmoral, right?
No.
See, Balmoral, which is a little more pricey on their end, is
I think
really
the one
good.
I'm talking about is like a $70 bottle.
It's probably their baseline.
Their baseline one?
Yeah, Garrison Brothers.
Tastes like pecan. Too sweet for me. Tastes
Yeah,
like pecans.
I would try the Balmoral. The Balmoral is fantastic, and if you go and you like and you subscribe to this video, hopefully we can start buying more bourbons. The Balmoral is really good. The Guadalupe, they have a Guadalupe one that's really, really good. Yeah, really, really good. But you're talking about these guys too, like Garrison. Still Austin has the same type of following. A lot of the people that like Texas bourbons, right? So I follow all these guys on Instagram and stuff like that. And every time Garrison Brothers releasing new bourbon, they have a fucking line at their warehouse. And they go, and and
Where's their warehouse?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you even if I tried. Still Austin, like you can go out. It's not deep into Austin, right? It's like outskirts of Austin. But like, have you been to the distillery yet?
No, we're supposed to go.
Dude, that is a really fun like little spot. I was able to go with Total Wine, and we had like an actual event there.
Do they actually have a bar in there?
They do have a bar there. And they release the Monster Mash every year, which is a bottle I'd love to get my hands on.
So could I be like, hey, make me an old fashioned, but with cask strength?
Yeah, they do all, and they have specialty drinks there and stuff like that. Yeah, it's super cool, and that's why I was saying we got to go over there and spend time with the guys there, and they were just all of them were really fucking cool, and obviously are passionate, right, about bourbon, and especially Still Austin and doing all that stuff. And they have a gin that they have.
I've heard their gin's pretty good.
I've heard their gin is really, really good for being a Texas gin. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I've heard their gin's really, really good too, but I've just never been a huge fan of gin. All right, let's see. Still Austin Cask Strength.
Garrison Brothers.
Still Austin Cask Strength.
Oh. How you spell that?
Still Austin Cask. Not right.
No, we already have a...
It's on the thing.
Yeah. On the script.
So Still Austin Cask Strength. It's cask strength bourbon, obviously. 118 proof?
Yes. I'd say it's worth it a little more than the regular. Like, the regular one's good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you like higher proof bourbons, this one's definitely...
Honestly, I don't even think that you have to like higher proof bourbons. I think that if you are somebody who's always around a 90 proof bourbon and you're like, you know what, I want to dip my toes a little bit into a higher proof bourbon, I think it's a great entry. Great entry bottle for those guys that want to step into higher proofs. Because 118 proof, not terrible. It's not terrible at all. And especially the way they do it. You get those, the dark chocolate, the cinnamon a little bit. You definitely get the black pepper right from the heat from the 118. Yeah. But I mean, overall, fucking fantastic bourbon. Enough talking. Let's try it.
What does grain to glass mean?
Grain to glass. Oh, they're very, very big on making like a small production. It's a very young bourbon.
So they said they're aged at least 4 years.
Yeah, where these guys are, this age 10 years, right? This is aged 4 years. And so those are things to consider.
Yeah, and people like the longer age on bourbons instead of them being young.
It's like cigars, right?
It's you
you
never want them to be too young.
It's funny. Every time you pour, you slowly get lighter and lighter.
That's what I fucking miss.
Yeah.
It's like maybe
first time.
Maybe I might say a little better than Eagle Rare.
Oh, really?
I forgot how good that is.
It's so good. It's like...
And you know what it's reminiscent for me of? Uncut, Unfiltered. Smoke Wagon. Because I love that tough, like, you get that fucking, like, leather, that fucking, like, tobacco flavor, that heat.
We just all learned a lot about Javi right now.
Javi put a lot of passion into
this. Yeah, he loves the leather, the burns from the cigars.
Bro, I don't know, something about it, like when it hits the tongue. Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When it hits the tongue, it has that fucking profile that I look for.
In a bourbon, yeah.
Like, I'm like, hey, bro, pour some of that this way.
It's...
After we try all of them, we might.
Still, I don't think that you can go wrong with Still Austin now.
Hey, but our homies in California, the guy who ships me cases, he doesn't have access.
Oh, really?
So he's like,
yeah, that's a good way to
slide a couple bottles this way. But he also wants to try Garrison Brothers, and I'm like, you don't want to try that.
Like I said, I would try the higher stuff, the Balmoral, the Guadalupe, stuff like that. But Still Austin, if you're looking for a good priced bourbon, I mean, really good priced bourbon, this is where you go to all the time. They have other things like a high rye, the blue corn, red corn. They did red corn mash bill, which was fucking knock your socks off too. But with those one-offs, you have to be really careful for, because those second market will gouge your eyes out. Javi just had fucking after-nut clarity right now.
Oh,
he's
my God.
Back. He's back now. He's back. You can't go wrong with the bottle. There's nothing I can say bad about the bottle.
I think when I go elk hunting, those guys in Arizona don't have access to this.
I mean, Even it gets a lot of shit because it's a young bourbon, but it shouldn't get the flack it does.
It should. Definitely should.
If you try it, and if you go to any Total Wine, I guarantee you they have a bottle open. You go to any Total Wine, sit them down,
can you sample?
Try it. You can. A lot of the bottles they have open. A lot of them. Yellow tag bottles they have open. So, but you can go to, I mean, you can try just about as many things. You want to fucking pregame before you go anywhere. Go to Total Wine and get some samples, dude. But yeah, I mean, I gotta stop talking about it now because I keep going on. Go buy this fucking bottle if you haven't bought a bottle. And Still Austin, if you're watching this, help your boys out, okay?
Yeah, we'll fucking put your shirt. I'll wear your shirt to every podcast. We'll put your flag, whatever you want.
If we got like 1,000 likes and a sponsorship from Still Austin, I get a Still Austin tattoo, and I got no tattoos. I get a Still Austin tattoo. Just 1,000 likes and a sponsorship from Still Austin, I'll get a Still Austin tattoo. I have no tattoos.
How big?
Where would you put it?
Like this fucking big. I'll get a big one. Like
right next to the tattoo of Javi.
Put it right here.
Oh,
right.
Oh,
instead of cherries.
Oh,
2 bottles.
Cross.
Yeah. Like that. Oh shit.
It's good shit.
I just coated my mouth with it. So good. I love it. I love it. All right. Next is probably going to be out of order because next we're going to go to the Shield Egg, and Shield Egg I do need you to look up with the 21 year. It's a Speyside single malt Scotch.
Yep.
I was very fortunate enough to win this bottle.
Wait, that's actually like hard to get bottle?
Yeah, it's a very expensive bottle. I think it's a $200 bottle. And that's MSRP, $200.
I didn't know you brought a heavy hitter like that.
Yeah. I didn't. So it's $200 bottle. I was very fortunate enough to win a bottle from Total Wine, which is, I mean, fucking fantastic. Never thought I'd be able to do that. But this is a 21 year Speyside single malt Scotch. This is actually one of my favorite Scotches, and I don't generally like Scotches a lot because they're often too peaty and you get all that stuff in there.
You know what I think you'll like? I need to still get you to try Nika from the barrel.
I'm sorry?
Japanese whiskey. Oh. It's more reminiscent of Scotch.
I should probably fucking
wet the cork.
Yeah, wet the cork a little bit. Good lord!
Don't let your corks dry out, people.
Don't let your corks dry out. Every now and then you get a chance. Okay, go to your bottles and
tilt them.
Do a little tilt and get them a little.
Fun fact, Sean, for when you start your collection, don't let your corks get dry. Way better.
Shield Egg, 21 year. I'm excited for you to try this.
Just give me a little.
Yeah.
Like enough to coat my mouth, but not enough to have to. Yeah, that's. I don't want to disrespect. I'm not going to disrespect the schmear. Have you seen that guy?
No.
On YouTube? Bro, he'll go into a fucking New York fucking deli and be like, hey, get me a bagel, plain bagel, with a pound of cream cheese.
I lied. I have seen that. And like,
I'm gonna be like an actual pound and be like, yeah, and don't disrespect the schmear. So they'll do it and he'll fucking crack it, like, because they cut it in half. He's like, they didn't disrespect the schmear. And he'll eat the fucking pound of cream cheese
eat
on
it.
his bagel.
Dude, it's hilarious.
What?
He'll walk in and the guy's like writing it down. He's like, yeah, and put a pound of cream cheese on an everything bagel. And the guy will look up and he'll write it and he'll be like, what?
Like an actual pound?
Like an actual pound? And he's like, yeah.
And don't disrespect
the schmear.
What is going on right now?
Who eats a pound of cream cheese?
Who eats a pound of cream cheese?
Will that make you shit or not shit?
Probably not shit. It's dairy, right?
Be clogged up.
God, Jesus Christ. All right. So Shield Egg single malt Scotch, 21 year, Speyside, Scotland, typically around at 40%, but it may vary. The tasty notes, the aroma is rich and complex with layers of dried fruit, honey, vanilla, and subtle hints of oak. Oh no? No? Too much? Oh Lord. The brand background, Shield Egg is a brand that is often a range of Scotch whiskies sourced from various regions of Scotland, including Speyside. The brand is known for offering well-aged expressions at a relatively affordable price point, making it accessible to a wider audience for whiskey enthusiasts. And that's big for people, right? Getting a 21 year aged Scotch.
So
for $200.
I guess let me explain my.
Let's do it.
Dislike. It feels very light. Like, I get heat from this. I get that very up front. This is like, it's muted. It's in the background. And it's a little...
Muted?
What I mean is, it's like...
I wouldn't use muted.
Okay, it's more...
You definitely get...
Yeah, but it's like... I get a
flavor.
sweet flavor.
Sweet or light?
Light.
Right? Yeah, because I don't think it's sweet. Right? Because I don't get like the...
Maybe I'm explaining it wrong.
I don't get like the vanilla and the caramel. I get a more earthy tone, peaty.
Fruits like apples and pears are among the...
I can see that.
which is not generally...
I guess I like
pears,
the
not
warmth
sweet,
from
I
like
don't think.
the cask strength.
Okay.
And with this, I feel like I don't get that at all.
Well, baby, you want warmth? We're going to warmth next. So,
Fuck yeah, we are.
So if you want fucking warmth, we got it coming. So,
Well, who do you think got the bottle right there besides me handing out shots of it? But
what do you call it? It's I like it, man. For a Scotch, I like it. It's light. I think with a cigar, I think it definitely helps the notes in the cigar come out a lot more because it's not overpowering. You know what I mean?
No,
it's
like
a very
this.
light, yeah. You know what I mean? Where this and with this, I don't smoke a pipe.
ooh, yeah.
You know, where it's a little bit lighter and you get a little more aromatics inside of there, and this would pair really well with it. I think would be awesome for that. Oh Lord!
No, it's getting kicking at the heartburn, dog.
Oh, for real? Yeah. The 21-year aging process takes place in oak barrels, allowing the whiskey to develop a deep and rich flavor profile over time.
So then, what makes? So then, it's whiskey at first, and then turns into Scotch.
No. Whiskey is a
Scotch whiskey.
Hold on. Whiskey is the
umbrella
term.
Mm.
It's an umbrella term.
Okay.
And so whiskey
Learn
goes
something
into
new.
bourbon, Canadian whiskey, Scotch.
So then, I argue with people all the time. They're like, "Well, what's the difference between whiskey and bourbon?"
Bourbon is a type of whiskey.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the better question is like, what's the difference between bourbon and other types of whiskey? So what makes a Scotch Scottish?
And there is like stuff, there are whiskeys that are just called whiskeys, but it's because they don't reach the we talked about regulations with Kentucky.
So like Traveler.
Oh, okay.
So like Traveler is a blended bourbon. So it can't be
A bourbon. But
but it's still under the whiskey family. It makes really good sense if you don't think about it.
I'm more, as you can tell, right? As you can tell, I haven't really like dove into like, okay, well, what makes a Scotch a Scotch? I'm just like, this bourbon tastes good.
I have to.
Yeah.
So, but that's the thing though, right? So the important thing to remember, like this is whiskey. That's why I wore this shirt, the Crown Royal shirt. This is whiskey, but it's Canadian whiskey.
Yeah.
And it's sweet. It's like fucking candy.
You know
liquid
that
candy.
They have a Crown Royal that comes in a white box, special reserve or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it good?
I would never buy an expensive Crown Royal.
The reason I say that is because I bought this Eagle Rare for $70 and I got a free bottle of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would never go out and like buy, like they make a 30-year or something like that.
What the hell?
I couldn't imagine spending $600 on a Crown.
Oh my
No.
god!
But the Woodsford Reserve, bro, I've seen at the liquor stores I go to, you know that Woodsford Reserve 121 proof or whatever?
Okay.
And it's like $150 MSRP.
Okay.
You know which one I'm talking about?
I think so.
Comes in like a square-ish bottle.
Yeah.
I've got tempted.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, Woodsford Reserve is pretty
No,
fucking
man.
good.
I don't know. The next thing we're gonna do is make Javi try wines. That's what we're gonna do. But yeah, Shield Egg really good.
As long
Now
as
we're
it's
going
cold.
on. Now we're going on to the big fucking hitter, the big hitter, the big boy, the worst on this table. And
So-
if I hold on real quick. If you like this, okay, I'm not trying to talk shit at all in any sort of way. But if you really like this and this is something you seek out, I just want to know why.
Well-
Put it down in the comments. What
well,
is
see,
it about the
Here's the
Larceny?
thing, right? They like the other batch. Everyone was after another batch.
Sure, but they have to have some sort of similarities.
They say the A124 isn't the same as the other one. So I was able to find this bottle at Total Wine, and the guy was like, "Oh fuck, you better grab that. It's good." And I was like, "Okay." So I grabbed it, and I was like, "Well, he says it's good, so let me go to." I found another bottle in Kerrville when I was going to the ranch, and this is that bottle.
Oh my god! 125.
Yeah,
Yes.
124.2. So the barrel proof bourbon, 100. We keep saying it over and over again. 100.
This is 124.2.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. Heaven Hill Distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky. Which
I have their Heaven Hill Bottle and Bob.
Oh, you do?
But I haven't tried it.
The other one I like too is Blue Note, but they're not made by Heaven Hill. That's just a side. You want to go over the production?
So basically, it's a mash bill wheated bourbon. So it's approximately 68% corn, 20% wheat, and 12% malted barley. The tasting notes are, it's rich. This is the nose. We'll just go straight to palate.
They cleaned wounds with this in World War II.
Oh my god.
We'll go straight to fucking palate. Full bodied and intense with layers of sweetness from the wheat, including flavors of toffee, butterscotch, honey, and the spice from the high proof is balanced by notes of dark chocolate, roasted nuts, and subtle fruitiness. It's tough because this isn't cut with water.
To me, there's just not a lot of flavor in it.
This isn't cut with water.
It's fine.
It's
but
straight
there's
from
not a
the-
lot of fucking flavor in it.
That's why they say the
you know?
proof is so high. With no dilution, that's why. It's at its full strength offering and most intense unfiltered experience.
All right.
But yet, I love uncut, unfiltered smoke wagon.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's a different trip, though.
Yeah, this is all right, let's go.
Down the whole
buddy.
thing. Down the whole thing.
No, hell no.
Fuck.
Couldn't do it. I'll die. What do I get? I'm trying to see. Alcohol. Actually, I do taste like a little bit like, or smell like a little bit of like cherry or something.
Yeah, it's like sweet. There's like a sweet. Well, remember, I let it oxidize for a little bit.
Notes of caramel, dark brown sugar,
All right.
vanilla,
Let's dive in.
nutmeg.
That has not gotten better. That has not gotten fucking better.
Ah, fuck. My tongue's on fire.
Call us whatever you want. Some people are like, you need to put ice with it. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, I'd rather have ice in it. I'm pro ice.
Price.
Fight. What do you call it? It's just too hot.
Yeah, there's a lot of heat.
It's a lot of heat.
That's what I don't understand when people drink that Garrison Brothers
Goes down into
130
my
proof.
chest, the cowboy. Yeah, I thought it was 149,
Yeah,
142 or
some
something.
crazy shit like that. How do you drink that?
God, I don't know.
With lots of water?
With lots of.
Good God.
If anyone wants to buy one of these, let me know. I have another one. Oh, shit.
Lights it on fire, dude.
Fuck it, let's
No,
see.
fuck, that's my glass.
It's
Of course
my
you don't
glass.
care.
We'll buy another one.
It's like, fuck it, we'll light up our fuck no.
Total Wine.
Fucking gets
Glass
you hot.
shatters.
Yeah, I just, yeah, honestly, I'm talking a lot of shit about it. But if you like it, I just want to know why. What is it about this bottle that you think is really good about
It's
it?
the A124 batch.
I can't find it. Maybe we're drinking the hot ones too hot, and we do need to,
Add water or
dilute it a
something.
little bit. Maybe that's what we got to do.
Shit'll put some fucking hair in your chest.
No, dude, it'll put hair on everything.
You know, we need to try Michter's.
Yeah, I've
My
heard
dad
Michter's is
swears
really
by
good.
it, bro.
Really?
He has like 4 bottles. He makes sure he has that and Buffalo Trace. Yeah, make sure he has like at least 5 bottles.
Buffalo Trace, if you can find Buffalo Trace for the $25
Yeah.
that it's worth or
Yeah.
whatever, great fucking mixer. I mean, I use it for any type of stuff that I'm mixing, even old fashions or
Just
whatever.
fucking with
The
Coke.
other thing that I like as a mixer is Elijah Craig. Elijah Craig is pretty inexpensive,
Four Roses.
and
I'll take
I don't
that.
like Four Roses because it's too floral for me.
Me too. It's too
It's
sweet.
just too floral. It almost reminds me not of gin, but I get that pulpery mouthfeel, and I just don't.
Yeah, Matt's more experienced with
I don't
drinking
care for it.
and noticing flavors than me. I just
make 'em up.
I'm
I
at
make
that
'em up.
age. I
I
drink
make
to
them
get
up. I
drunk.
don't even know. I don't even know what I don't even know what I'm tasting. I just make this shit up.
Am I sommelier? No.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
The next thing we got to get into is wine. That's the next thing we got to get Javi to try.
Yes. And pipes.
Um,
We got to smoke pipes on the
oh.
pod. I bought
You
a
don't like
Peterson.
pipes?
No,
I got a
wine.
Peterson for $14.
Wine's really good.
Mine
I
is
like.
disgusting.
I have grown a love for wine. We're getting the stuff from Total Wine. That's a perk of working for Total Wine.
Aren't,
What crap
aren't
you
pipes
get.
just cigars just not wrapped?
Oh,
My sweet summer child.
Oh, the young. They know nothing. No, no. There's a difference, and we'll get into that probably November sometimes. We'll get into fucking pipes. Well, Javi, this is the part of the podcast where we talk about the cigars, what we think about the cigars. I'll start. the 11th anniversary Room 101 cigar. If you find these anywhere, at a cigar shop, wherever you're at, buy them. Buy them. Buy as many as you can afford. Because they
Take out a
are...
loan. Second mortgage. Interest rates have just dropped.
The
Oh
kids
my
don't need to go to college. Okay?
Kids
College
don't
is a
need-
sham. Buy the cigars.
Put them in
okay?
a trade.
They'll be fine. They'll make
Yeah.
more money in a trade, and then they'll be able to buy 11th anniversary cigars too. No, but this cigar is honestly, I mean, just fucking great cigar. I love it. I love everything Room 101 pretty much, except the Connecticut stuff from Farce. I'm sorry, Matt, but I don't care for this. But this cigar here, absolutely 100% buy. Javi, how did you like your cigar? We give honest reviews. What's your review on the cigar? What was it? What is it?
It just,
What is it missing? What does it not have?
Here, you're going to see me live. I'm going to take some hits, alright? The fuck's the torch?
Oh.
Right there.
Sorry.
Because for me, it's missing, like, that depth with flavor. Like, we light up, whether it be Domain, whether it be a Tatuaje, the flavors... Sans Pari. The flavors are there.
We like very robust, flavorful cigars.
Yes.
Right? You get that flavor up front.
This doesn't... The flavor's not up front.
Do you think it's maybe because the tobacco is muted out by the Weller?
I could see that.
Right? Because you get more of the Weller taste than you do cigar.
Yes. And I mean, we might be interpreting it wrong, right?
Yeah.
But this is the way I taste it. It's the way Matthew tastes it.
Yeah. And see, I'm the same way. That's why, honestly, I never really smoke any flavored cigars. And it's not flavored. No, okay, thank you. And I know Sean was trying to say that it's not flavored. It's a different, and because of the way they do it, it's a different way they age it, and they try to get those flavor notes and profiles in there. So I get what he's saying, but it's like a flavored cigar, right? Like it's very close to one, I guess. I'm trying to skate around it. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say, but it's like a very well infused cigar. And it's just not something that we're into. It's just never been something we're into. This is the way I would put it. It's a very unique cigar in the sense where you're going to get a lot of that bourbon Weller flavor up front more than you're going to get a tobacco flavor up front. If you're looking for a unique taste in a cigar where you're getting a lot more of the Weller taste, the Weller flavor, which makes sense when you're buying a fucking Weller cigar.
Okay, yes.
Right?
How much is yours?
$13.
25.
25. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I get that.
I feel like you're buying the story at that point.
Well, but you're also buying that flavor, right? Like, I don't
But I can also buy a Gurkha with fucking Maker's Mark infused in it.
But it's not Weller.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's the big thing, right? It's not Weller. It's not the Buffalo Trace factory, right? Like it doesn't have that background.
Yeah.
And that's what I would say. When you're buying this cigar, don't buy the cigar to taste fucking tobacco, because it's going to taste like Weller.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I would say one of the things Sean brought up is the distiller for Weller. He does not smoke cigars.
Yep.
So Sean kind of had to figure it out himself.
Yeah, which is very true, and that's exactly what Sean told us. I think that if you are looking for a cigar to taste like tobacco, don't buy the Weller cigar. But if you want to try something unique, try something different that has that Weller flavor, you can get a lot more of those Weller notes up front. Buy it, try it. Don't take our fucking word for it. Who are we? We're schmucks. We're two guys rambling, baby. That's what we do on this podcast. We do. But like me and Javi have just never been into like the cigars that are infused or flavored,
or like they
sell
because they do something else.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We like unique tobaccos and stuff like that. So that's something to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Favorite whiskey on the table? Still Austin.
Yeah.
Still Austin.
Eagle Rare's close second.
And then I'll say Weller, Shield Egg, and then
I agree 100% with all your assessments.
Yeah. I think that's the best way to go. So if you go and you buy any of these, and who are we, right? But try the Still Austin Cask Strength. Best one out there. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to do all those things. What's your next podcast? Do we know? I don't know what we're doing next. I don't know. It's a surprise.
And then after the next one, we might have me in an area and we're going to shoot one.
Yeah, they already know. They know you're upcoming, yeah. This guy's going elk hunting. One day I'll be as rich as Javi. What do you call it? But make sure you go try these things out. Try them. That's what we're here for. And make sure if there's anything else that you want to learn about, want us to do the research for you, and get on here and look like dumbasses and do it while we're having fun, then make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell button. Follow us on all the things. We got a TikTok. We got an Instagram. We got a fucking X. Huh? You got an X? Then go on there and follow Two Guys
Unless
Rambling.
you're a loser, then you don't have
No,
X.
then you don't have X, huh? Huh? Pansy. But other than that, we love you guys. Thank you for being here. I know I abused you a little bit there, but it's okay. We still love you.
You like that?
Oh my god. Hey, it's gonna be copyrighted, dude. We're gonna get fucking copyright struck by that chick. Poor girl. But other than that, we're Two Guys Rambling.
She'll even come on here.
She probably would. But other than that, we're Two Guys Rambling.
See you in the next one.
See you in the next one, guys.
Oh.
Bye. Fuck.